What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my F1 2015 Career Mode series, where I will be not welcome back, welcome to my F1 2015 Career Mode series. Obviously, it's championship season. I decided to do something new on this channel, and hopefully, you guys will like it. So, yeah, I will be picking the team of Infinity Red Bull, and I shall be choosing Daniel Ricciardo, the Australian, who had a good season last season, but this season he and Daniel Kvyat are not doing very well. Not doing very well. He's still smiling nice well though. He's still smiling. But yeah, we'll be doing it on expert. Normal weekend, so that means 50% race, practice minutes, 30 minutes. Just a short qualifying because I don't want to get too long into it. And I'll show you my race sittings. I will be doing it on expert, not legend. I'm not that good yet. Flashbacks off, park firme rules on, vehicle damage full. So then, it proves that other people can crash out and burn. But yeah, I will be doing brake assistance off, anti-lock brakes on, traction control full because I just put the foot down as soon as I come out of a corner. Dynamic racing line off, automatic on, gearbox and pit assistance on because because otherwise if I have it on, then it just takes too long to leave the pits and I can just plow through and just go into it. Just checking all my things are doing well. Yep, dynamic racing line off, gearbox or.
Welcome to our viewers from around the globe. You join us just as today's practice session for the Australian Grand Prix is about to start. The teams will be visiting tracks across 5 continents as they battle it out for both the drivers and the constructors' championships. What race on the calendar do you think the teams will have a special eye on this year?
Well, I think the teams will be looking forward to the Mexican Grand Prix, which is being held back at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez in Mexico City. It was last run way back in 1992.
This year sees Honda return to the sport, reforming one of the greatest partnerships in F1 history with McLaren. Do you think they can rekindle the success they had during the 80s and the 90s?
It won't be easy, but yes, I think so. It's been a tough few years for McLaren with the loss of Hamilton, Mercedes withdrawing as a shareholder and major investor in the team, and losing technical director Paddy Lowe. This could mark the start of their return to prominence.
Oh, as I get things ready, Jeff is talking to us.
Before we get started, I just want to tell you how much I'm looking forward to working with you. Your success is my success, so let's give it our all. If you need anything, just let me know.
Oh, so Jeff's basically a glory hunter because he wants my success because it's his. But anyway, as we move things on, it took me 5 laps to get a decent, effective run in here. Daniel Ricciardo obviously his home Grand Prix and open the DRS. Yep, there we go. Into 7th, going into the 3rd corner. Yeah, 3rd corner, I believe. Call them. Oh, well, okay. Sorry, Jeff. But anyway, as we go through the tricky session here, there's this kind of the track. You can go full accelerate, but it's hard to keep the car on the track, especially with, well, Red Bull's not a good car this season, I have to admit. I did struggle quite a bit as it took me 5 laps in practice to actually get a good lap time against these AI drivers. There's heavy braking there. That is the kind of, that there's going to be a lot of chances of overtaking. Warning corner cut, but somehow Codemasters the brilliant people at Codemasters decided to, allow me to continue my lap even though I corner cut, and again I corner cut, and again I corner cut, but not very good driving at the moment. The fuel's running out, and well, not very good. The fuel's running out as we come into the final few corners in the final sector, going off a bit. That's going to be hard, especially when the tyres are falling off the cliff. And yeah, the final few corners here. Danny Kvyat's in P10 just above me. As I come around the home straight, the fans cheering for me. Wow, great noise. But anyway, I open the DRS, coming up to the line, 131.2, hooks me up into 7th. And I thought, well, that's it, and leave it to Ted. Crofty, sorry.
The British driver will be mightily pleased with just how well his car performed.
Yes, well done, Crofty. Not Ted. Imagine if Ted could be on it. And back to Crofty.
Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. We'll soon learn the true performance of these cars out on track. What can we expect to see in the following session?
Well, I think we're all expecting the Mercedes power unit to be particularly strong this year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them at the front. But I wouldn't discount Red Bull or Ferrari just yet. We know they have the talent and the resources to react to any problem, so although they may be playing catch-up, I would expect them to bring some major upgrades pretty early, maybe before we even get back to Europe.
Yep, thank you, Anthony Davidson. And as we come on to my second lap, that only got me into P6. I wasn't happy with that, my engineer was, but anyway, as we go through the first corner, open the DRS going into the second corner, I need to learn the names of these corners. Into the second corner, quite famous for overtaking, quite a lot of famous overtaking to happen in F1. A McLaren Honda in the top 10. Well, you never know, they did it in Hungary. They did do it in Hungary with Alonso being 5th, I believe. Yeah, it was 5th. But anyway, Daniel Ricciardo, home Grand Prix, coming around this swooping left-hander, going hard braking into the corner, just go off. Well, terrible brakes on the Red Bull at the moment. But anyway, is that Vettel, I believe? Vettel is catching up on us as we go into the corner, hit the pollard, go through the corner again, just continue. Yeah, it is Vettel. He's probably thinking, oh, thank God I left the Red Bull. But nevertheless, as hard braking, continue. Just going off at poor moments at the moment. Going into the hard breaker, which is basically gear 3, but it looks like a gear 1, but it's so slow. Vettel goes into the pits, and we open the DRS. And where is that going to put us? That is going to put us in 4th place. I decided that is it. And, well, I'm celebrating. I honestly don't know who that is. Adrian Newey could be, possibly, who knows. Daniel Ricciardo happy with his 4th place.
What a drive by Nico Rosberg. He's got the fastest lap of the session and is on pole position for tomorrow's race.
Well, I think he's going to be difficult to beat from pole. And if he can hold off any challenges in the first few laps, he'll create a gap and be off into the distance.
Thank you there, Anthony Davidson. Nico Rosberg, Kimi, Vettel, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Nasser, Bottas, Hulkenberg, Button rounds off the top. And as we start the race here, getting a bit of a technical view, some wonderful moving there from the Force India to get through, and 2 Ferraris as we go 3 abreast basically. I'd cut inside to try and get the slipstream on Kimi, and hit him a bit, but Kimi then therefore takes the lead. We are now going to put on board with myself as we get away. An alright start. I mean, starting is quite hard on this game. As Vettel in 3rd place as we come into the corner here. Vettel, this is where I tried to overtake Vettel around the outside. However, I was unfortunate not to do so. And, But anyway, as we move on into lap 5, Lewis Hamilton overtakes us. The Mercedes is just unstoppable, it seems, nowadays. Some fantastic driving from Lewis Hamilton. And yeah, he just gets away and just plows on. Going into the final few bends here. As we move on to lap 7, nothing happened for the last 2 laps. Here we are, going inside. How quick are we going to be? It is a 2.5 second stop. Relatively good from Red Bull. I mean, they're not the fastest. They used to be the fastest when Vettel was there. They're not the fastest. They're not the fastest pit crew, I believe. Despite their poor form, the McLaren and pit crew. And speaking of McLaren, Fernando Alonso swoops past us here. As we move on to later on in that lap, Fernando Alonso. Are we going to make the move around Alonso? Coming into Sector 2 now as we pass sector checkpoint or whatever it is. As we go in, some fantastic driving from Daniel Ricciardo, wheel-to-wheel racing, drives past Alonso with ease. The McLaren Honda is not doing very well this season, despite their great placing, as I said earlier, in Hungary. And as we move on here into lap 14, nothing else happened. But as we move on again, putting the prime tyre on, another pit stop, 2.6 seconds. A bit slower there, but nevertheless some exceptionally quick. But you can't fit quicker than a quick fit fitter. Definitely know that. But as we move on, coming out of the pits into lap 15 here, P6 and Jenson Button is ahead of us now. We need to catch Button as we do on the same lap. Button, which way are we going to go? Are we going to go around the outside? It looks like we're mounting a move around the outside from Jenson Button, but we decide to switch inside. Wonderful driving from Daniel Ricciardo. Can he put it in the inside of Jenson Button? Yes, he can. Kimi Räikkönen is next. But what has happened to Kimi Räikkönen later on in the lap? Kimi Räikkönen, it seems he's lost his front wing. He's lost his front wing, and Daniel Kvyat is having a terrible race. Our teammate down in last place. What has happened to him? But nevertheless, we were right on board with Kimi Räikkönen behind Perez, and Perez just stopped. Perez just completely stopped, and then he gets hit by Marcus Ericsson, and he gets a front left puncher. Look at that, the front left puncher, and to worsen things off, the man of Marussia pelts into the back of him, and that is a terrible, terrible occurrence for Kimi Räikkönen, and he had to go into the pits, but nevertheless we're into P4, and Sebastian Vettel is in the pits. That means we shall take third place right now, going past Hulkenberg. Yes, we're in third place, and Rosberg is next. Hopefully we can take Rosberg within the next few laps. I think that's up him there. But nevertheless, what? We moved into second place. That is unbelievable, Martin. That is unbelievable. We moved into third place, and then Vettel tries to make a move, and Vettel spins us off, and a wheel just comes flying past us. And what an amazing event has happened in lap 19. First of all, we need to go back to Nico Rosberg. There we go, on board with Nico Rosberg. He goes into the corner, just locks steering, has absolutely no steering possible, tries to turn and just crashes into the back of him. And as we move on here with Sebastian Vettel, 3, 2, 1, let's begin. Sebastian Vettel obviously has something against us. I think it might have been our fault. As we move on here, Vettel, we block him there, one move, and that was us, but a wheel just comes flying past, and I'll take admittance for that. But nevertheless, we get rid of two people. Well, we didn't get rid of two people. We got rid of one person. But we're into second place now. And as we move on here, unfortunately, it just froze on me. And as we move on here into the next lap. But some great bit of racing so far. And as we move on into lap 19 here, and as we move on into lap 24. We're in first place, but Lewis Hamilton took a pit stop, and obviously he's going to absolutely streak past us here. Lewis Hamilton, he didn't have a great Hungary race, but nevertheless just streams past the Red Bull as if he wasn't even there. Obviously he did have DRS. We tried to mount a comeback on Lewis Hamilton, but there's absolutely no chance of getting Lewis Hamilton with the form he's in and the car he is in. Well, it's best to get him in Hungary, isn't it? But lap 25 now, trying to get Lewis, but we go considerably wide. Absolutely terrible braking there. And, Lewis has completely gone now. We're going to notice on the button behind us, 15 seconds behind us, 5 laps to the end. Hopefully we can continue on these tyres. And, we should be able to continue. But what do you know? We get a puncher. We get a puncher soon on in this race. There we go. The puncher has affected us. And now it's just I thought at first, I honestly thought it was the fuel, but then puncher, right rear, and it's uncontrollable. Button is going to catch us, and there's no point in telling me fuel when I'm going at like 70 miles per hour. Button closing in on us. That is most definitely Button. We put it back into standard. Jenson Button, that's Will Stevens, who flies past us. The first time he's going to ever see a Red Bull fly past him. But Jenson Button trying to hold up Button, but then I realised there's no point. There's absolutely no point. Button, just let Button go. But Button's still behind us. Marcus Ericsson, the man who gave Kimi Räikkönen a puncher, arguably. Bottas flies past us. Räikkönen flies past us. And despite his despite his unfortunate puncher, Räikkönen flies past us. Didn't think we were going to see the day when Räikkönen flies past us, especially with his puncher. But it's just the slow, dreadful, agonising drive to the pit lane, snowing, absolutely agonising. And here we go, Fernando Alonso closing in on us. Fernando Alonso closing in on us, overtakes us. Max Verstappen in the sister Toro Rosso flies past us, and obviously we have to. And then we get a puncture again, and it's just unbelievable what's happening to us. The right, as you can see, the front right just there, next to the speedometer, and as we come into the pits, absolutely ashamed. We were going second place. We were having such a good time in second place. So nice to be there. Absolutely so nice. But we're into 9th place now. Maldonado coming up to the straight, coming past the pit straight. A 2.4 second stop first of all, but a fantastic stop from Red Bull, pulling out all the stops to try and make Ricciardo score points. Massa goes past us. Lap 26, we have 4 laps to go. Felipe Massa, we're going to make the same move on Massa as we did with Button, cutting down the inside. And, well, I have to admit, I did honestly, purposely push Massa onto the gravel there. I'm going to hold my hands up there. But the cheeky smile will hopefully get us through it. But Maldonado now coming up to us. Going down the inside. Wonderful driving from Danny Ricciardo. Wonderful driving there. Well, after some unfortunate driving, we come past. In lap 29, we get 9th place. And Daniel Ricciardo has got a point, at least 2 points in his home Grand Prix. And that was terrible. But he doesn't look happy getting out of the car. Qualified 4th, finishes 9th. That's not the greatest of things to do. Not looking happy with the car. Head down. And to you, myself. Sorry, my audio cut out there. Unfortunately, the game sound didn't record. But as you can see, Lewis Hamilton wins. Kimi Räikkönen 2nd. Button 3rd. A wonderful drive from Kimi to get back. Max Verstappen in 4th. Fernando Alonso in 5th. Doing exactly what he did in Hungary. Romain Grosjean 6th. Bottas 7th, Carlos Sainz 9th, 8th, Daniel Ricciardo 9th, Maldonado, Nasser, Massa, Hulkenberg, Perez, Ericsson, Stevens, Kvyat, Mary, and Vettel and Rosberg going out due to crashes of their. Well, one of them wasn't my fault. One of them I did possibly deliberately crash into Vettel, but nevertheless, we did get a 3-second time penalty. I couldn't find the clip. We did cut the corner, which was unbelievable. But nevertheless, 2 points. Lewis Hamilton leading the championship, and that is what he will want to be doing. But as always, guys, if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like. Subscribe if you are new around here. If you did not enjoy the episode, let me know why in the comments down below. I will catch you next time.